Hello, my name's Jalise. Welcome now, everyone, to my top 10 Harry Potter films. There's been 10. I just recently seen Fantastic Beasts. You can check out my review for that one, how I ranted about that film. So let's start off with the list. Number 10 is Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. My god, this is the only Harry Potter film which I considered bad. This was a mess. They screw up so many things. I mean, here's the thing. Everything with Newt and his character and the rest of the group, along with Jacob and the others, they're not really overall the centerpiece of this story. And this film doesn't know what it wants to be. There is such a lack of direction of this entire film. I could go into a whole nother rant about it, but if anything, just see my quick rant review of into the thorough depths of why I hate Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Johnny Depp is basically handcuffed. He can't do what he really wants to do. Basically, he's another Dark Lord like Lord Voldemort, except he doesn't hate the Muggles. He believes there's a part of it. There's a whole thing I just do not enjoy about Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I like Albus Dumbledore. I like Johnny Depp as Grindelwald, but there's so little of them in here. And they basically, it comes down to this. Credence is still alive from the first Fantastic Beasts film. Grindelwald wants him because he needs something to kill Dumbledore. And the reason why he can't kill Dumbledore because both Grindelwald and Dumbledore swore that they cannot kill each other off. They made a blood oath. And it might have hinted that they were once lovers. There you go. That's the entire plotline and the entire freaking film. And Credence is looking for his relatives or his actual birth thing. Or, his actual birth mother, where he's come from. I want to know where he's come from. And most of this film was just a lot of fan service. Here's Nagini for this. Here's Nicholas Flamel and a little bit this Philosopher's Stone. They had a lot of fan service for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And to me, did not really appreciate it because they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to focus on more on Grindelwald, on Albus Dumbledore, on Newt, on Jacob, and God, they ruined the relationship between Jacob and Queenie. They just screw it up so much. And Queenie's character, how they ruined her. And they focus on Lestrange for some odd reason. It's just a mess of a film. It's just a mess. If you really want to know my in-depth review of why I hate that film, go check that out. Number 10, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Number 9 is the first Fantastic Beasts film. Here's the thing. I watched the first Fantastic Beasts film again for a second time before I saw The Crimes of Grindelwald. And I appreciate the first one a lot more now. At the first time I saw it, I gave a C+. Now, it's a B. It's a solid B. It's a pretty dang good film. Everything with Newt and his thing about the whole Fantastic Beasts and how he cares for the animals, how he acts with them, is wonderful and terrific. I love Jacob, the guy who just wants to become a baker. He wants to own his own bakery shop. And he's trying to get a loan from the bank, and then his suitcase mixes up with Newt, and he's brought along to the journey. I like it. What didn't make sense was wasting Colin Farrell's character and basically the entire American industry of the Aurors or the Ministry of Magic for America was it just wasn't structured really well. I say it was a little bit sloppy and they could handle it differently. And the thing is, so those two plot lines kind of set different pacing and set different tones. I mean, Fantastic Beasts, when it was with Newt and his group looking for these beasts, it's a lighter, friendlier tone. And when it comes to the other one, and when it comes to Credence and him being abused at the orphanage and saying all this stuff about witches drowned, witches strangled, I mean, it's pretty messed up. We get child abuse right here, and so the tone shifts all the time, constantly. So, number 9, Fantastic Beasts, I have a new appreciation for the first film, and I'm gonna give it a B. Number 9, Fantastic Beasts. Number 8, I'm gonna give to Harry Potter and Half-Blood Prince. Yes, this is where Albus Dumbledore died. This is where Snape kills Albus Dumbledore. The problem is what I didn't like about this entire film, that there was no story to move our characters along other than learning about Tom Riddle's backstory and finding Horcruxes. The build-up. But the thing is, though, it just wasn't enough focus on Tom Riddle and his backstory, why he became the way he was, what are truly the Horcruxes. I mean, they explained it and they showed up some bits of it, but it wasn't all too much with it. Mostly it was about Harry falling in love with Ginny, which was a terrible chemistry between actors. I mean, I get it happened in the books, but they have terrible chemistry with each other. Ron with that stalker Lavender Brown. Hermione's trying to get with... Hermione realized she has feelings for Ron more. And it's just really a lot more teenage drama and relationship drama. And the story overall doesn't build up with that. So, number 8, Half-Blood Prince. Number 7, and everyone's going to probably hate me for this, number 7 is going to be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The only reason why I'm putting this this low is because I've seen this film way too many times. I've seen this film at least 10 times. I kind of got sick of it when I was a kid. But I recently still saw it. It's still amazing. The first time we see Harry Potter. First time he goes to Hogwarts. First time we're seeing him play Quidditch. First time we meet Ron and Hermione. It's a great adventure. And the story just continues with the Sorcerer's Stone. This is a great film. Half-Blood Prince gave like a B+. This film I'm going to give A-. I love this film. 9.2 out of 10. Number 6 is going to be Harry Potter and Order of Phoenix. I love this film. This was actually my favorite book of the franchise. But Order of Phoenix, I just really show how like Harry is really taking a stand and he's tired of all the shit that Voldemort's back, and he's gonna form now the Order of the Phoenix with Harry, with Hermione and Ron, and now they're gonna have their group of rebellious teams fighting against Dolores Umbridge. Was a great character, great villain. Having Voldemort come back was awesome. The death of Sirius Black was awesome. This film had it all. It just raised the stakes and it really showed the young Harry Potter and Harry, Hermione, Ginny, and Ron, and Luna, and introduction of Luna and Neville, that they're growing up, and they get such backstory between Luna and Neville. I loved. So Order of Phoenix was to me would just enhance the mythology of Harry Potter. So number 6, Order of Phoenix. Number 5, Chamber of Secrets. I love the Chamber of Secrets. One, because it was such more like a murder mystery. Who opened the Chamber of Secrets? Who did this? Who did that? And I just loved it. I loved every single moment of the basilisk when it came out. I loved the entire fight scene at the end. I mean, I loved when Ron was basically had to deal with the freaking idiotic teacher. We had this, I forgot his name, this idiotic teacher that basically didn't know how to help shit at all. I mean, I just loved the mystery of the Chamber of Secrets. I loved when Ron broke Harry out of the dang house, and I just absolutely love this entire movie. I love Chamber of Secrets. Number 5, Chamber of Secrets, an A. Number 4 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Deathly Hallows Part 2 was a great ending to the entire franchise to me. I think everything was nearly done great. I say the only thing I didn't quite like about it is because it was the end. And I didn't want it to end. And I love Harry Potter. I loved every single thing about it, but it ended, and I was so greatly upset by that. But I wanted to tear up in the theater. I mean, I was so happy. Now that I like every single thing about the Harry Potter mythology, if the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is just basically, you have to look at it this way. Like, if you love everything about what J.K. Rowling did, like, relationships, certain characters that died, certain characters that lived, you have to overall be satisfied with the conclusion. And to me, I was overall satisfied. I just didn't like that we didn't see certain characters' deaths, such as, I forgot which of the twins died, Fred or George, and then Remus. I kind of wish and Tonks, I kind of wish we would have seen these deaths a bit more, but it's sad to say we didn't. Also, I was more of a Harry and Hermione fan, but Hermione got run. I didn't care. I think they had a good relationship too, but that's the only my gripes with Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's a great movie. A. Another A film I'm going to give to, I think that Deathly Hallows Part 2 was 4. Number 3, I'm going to give to Harry Potter. I'm going to name Goblet of Fire. I love the Goblet of Fire. I loved everything about it. They're finally becoming teens. They're finally going to balls. They're finally getting jealous. Ron's getting jealous of Hermione. Hermione's going out with Krum. The whole Triwizard Tournament, I just loved. You see the teenagers being a little, sometimes bitchy, like Ron being jealous of Harry. And Harry struggling to be in this tournament. Then Lord Voldemort's ultimate return was awesome. I loved the trials. I loved the school. I loved every single thing about the Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire was a kick-ass film in A. And my number 2 pick, and I will defend this film to the day I die, Harry Potter's Deathly Hallows Part 1. I loved it because the kids were not in high school no more. The kids were not in school. These kids grew up to adults and they were out in the wizarding world trying to look for Horcruxes, learning the mythology of more of the Horcruxes, infiltrating the Ministry. I loved it. I loved every single thing about Deathly Hallows Part 1. They show the kids in coffee shops defending themselves. They go surviving the wilderness. Ron goes out. He gets jealous, but he comes back. He's better than ever. Love his entire thing with Hermione. It was absolutely hilarious, awesome. Sweet moments between Harry and Hermione. Always them being there for one another. Then I love the whole Deathly Hallows, learning about the Deathly Hallows, and then the ultimate, like, them getting captured. And the death of Dobby was just heartbreaking. And overall, it just felt like this is near the end. We are near the conclusion. And I loved it. I loved every single bit of Deathly Hallows Part 1. Defend that film. Great pacing, great action, great storytelling, great improvement upon our characters in so many ways. I loved it. Deathly Hallows Part 1, number 2, always to this day. And my number 1 favorite is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I love Gary Oldman returning. I love Remus. I just loved every single thing about this. Hermione punched Draco. Ron was Scabbers or Peter Pettigrew. I just loved every single moment of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I loved every single moment of the Harry Potter universe. I love most of all these films. I loved, and I still do. The first original 8 films of Harry Potter, I love. Always in my day, always in my heart. And Fantastic Beasts, the first one I have a new appreciation for, and I would probably go back to this more. Second one, probably not. But yeah, everyone, that is my top 10 Harry Potter films. Let me know what y'all think. Everyone, subscribe if you like. The screen up bomb. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. Respect yours. Click on that notification box. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. I'm Jaleesa on Earth with everybody. Bye bye.